Good morning, Poke fans. Happy Monday. My name is Matt, and welcome back to the seasonal ladder climb, where we use a team that we built from scratch. Now, I do apologize for not releasing a video yesterday. Had a lot of things come up yesterday, and it took a little bit longer than it should have, and yeah. So I wasn't able to get a video out, and by the time I was able to sit down to record something, it was like 8 o'clock at night. So it's like, no, I'm not going to worry about it. I just can't, because all of my errands just took longer. That's what happens when we work Saturdays. You got to put everything that you wanted to do the day before onto the day after. So I'll try not to do that in the future, but if it does come up, I'll let you guys know in the community tab. So we didn't really make any changes to the team, although I did watch the Toronto regionals over the weekend, and parts of Sunday I listened to it, not necessarily watched it, but I had some ideas to do with the team later on, which I thought was really interesting. Put you guys back on my team, and I got a Feebas from AOD. I appreciate this. This is a shiny one. It's gonna be dope. Milotic is gonna be used hopefully in the next season, depending on what team I go with, but it's gonna be dope. I love my shiny Milotic. It's so beautiful. But with our team specifically, we could make some subtle changes, and I don't know if I'm going to be using all 6 of these Pokemon next season. We only have today and tomorrow realistically for the season, and then you guys will have your group videos coming out. So all next week you won't see a new VGC video from me, but you'll at least see the groupings of these guys and what we did and how we did and like how we go and stuff like that, because I do like doing the group videos for you guys. But if I do use Hisuian Arcanine, I'm probably going to change them around just a little bit, just to make them a little bit more viable. A lot of people have ran him differently, so hopefully using some calcs that I'll start working after this video, that it'll be a little bit better to use him, but maybe not, I don't know. Same with Arcanine and Urshifu. While I do have Choice Band on Urshifu, maybe using Choice Scarf or going back to like a water item to do a little bit more damage. I don't know. I'm gonna try out some things and see what I can find out, but I know Tornadus is fine, but the rest could see some changes in the future in our next upcoming season. But we'll see. And for now, we're going to just go ahead and get into our matches. So 5 matches today. That's what you guys will get. And let's get straight in it. All right, first match. We've got Cresselia, Fluttermane, Ursaluna, Torkoal, Iron Hands, and Ogerpon. Okay. The only one I really have weaknesses for, I mean, I have weaknesses for everybody, but for Ursaluna specifically, it's Urshifu, and that is literally everything. The only one I don't outspeed generally is going to be Fluttermane, so I'm going to bring in Garchomp and Tornadus, because I will outspeed them. Maybe I should bring it, I don't know if he's going to open up. That's a good question. Would they open up with Fluttermane, or would they open up with someone else? I don't know. I'm going to bring in mostly special attackers, except for, it's half and half. Okay, I shouldn't be saying mostly. Okay, walk it in with Tornadus, Urshifu, Iron Hands, and Garchomp. We'll leave Garchomp in the back in case if I need to swap into something to take out the Fluttermane. I believe that is going to be a Pokemon that is used. That's what I believe. I believe a Pokemon is going to be used, or at least Fluttermane is going to be used at some point. I don't know if they'll go automatically into the Trick Room mechanics. It would make sense if they did, but if they do that, they leave themselves open for a lot of assaults. Oh, so it's Cresselia and Fluttermane right off the bat. Let's go. In this regard, I have to taunt. Talent's not going to be as useful here, so I'll do Bleak Wind Storm, Terra Water, Surging Strikes. Yeah, I'm going to do it. If it's Rocky Helmet, I guessed it. If it's not Rocky Helmet, I didn't guess it. But I'm going to Terra Water, Surging Strikes into the Fluttermane and hope for the best. The only 2 people that can counter Fluttermane realistically is Urshifu and Garchomp, and I'm not bringing out Garchomp like right off the bat. So taunt goes off, taunts to Cresselia, Mental Herb, No mental herb, but Moonblast goes right into the Tornadus, drops him down to 7 HP. Here comes Surgeon Strikes. Here we go. Down goes Fluttermane. And Moonblast. Ooh. Double into the Tornado slot. That was a nice call. Very, very nice call. We'll bring in Iron Hands now. Here comes the Ogerpon. Mold Breaker is activated. Fake out. What's the good call here? Cresselia can't do anything, so it only has... Okay, so we'll fake out the Cresselia, and we'll Surgeon Strikes into the Fire Ogerpon, who can't realistically do anything. I mean, he's got the Wood Hammer. Boop. Oh, it's a one-hit KO against the Urshifu. My thought process was, it's like, okay, because he's got the Fire Mask on, he can't do anything because he has no other item that could be used. Obviously, that's not the case, but it is a thought that I did have. Okay. Garchomp now comes out. And we'll go ahead and Drain Punch. I did get hit with the Rocky Helmet. That's good to know. Effective. We have to hit the Cresselia a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and Rock Slide. Saw that one coming out, which is why I clicked Rock Slide and didn't really focus in on that Pokemon as much. Do a little bit to the Cresselia. Moonblast over to the Garchomp. Does about half. Iron, or while charging to that slot, it's hit by the Rocky Helmet. Now Taunt is worn off. And we'll just do our Rock Slide nonsense. Follow me. Totally fine with that. You're probably going to get our attention off to use like Lunar Blessing. But the double KO or the double into that slot is enough to knock out the Ogerpon, but it does leave Cresselia open for a lot. Here comes the Trick Room. You probably could have just left that alone, but now I know what your last Pokemon is, and that's the Ursaluna. Oh, Torkoal. Okay. With Trick Room up. Less likely. But I'm going to Rock Slide, and I'm going to still Rock Slide. I'm going to hopefully be able to outspeed a lot of the Pokemon here. They're going to Terra. Well, I know Garchomp will be moving last. I don't know if he's going to be able to do a whole lot against the Torkoal Onslaught, but I'm hoping that... here comes that Eruption. It's a double KO. Yeah. Sun boosted Terrifier, probably Charcoal. It would be something that I would use, but yeah, 0-1. Good thing I didn't bring in Sinistcha, because that would have been a really hard fight for her. Very hard fight. All right, next match up, we've got Tornadus, Okie dokie, Fire Ogerpon, Fluttermane, Grimmsnarl, and Heatran. So Arcanine is definitely not going to come in with us. I think maybe we bring in Sinistcha this time, but the question is, who would he be able to KO consistently? I mean, Machagotcha could do a little bit of damage here and there. I don't know if it's going to be beneficial at all. Question is, who's going to team up with Tornadus? I think that's like a good question here. I think we team up with, you know what? Let's do a Garchomp, and then we leave Iron Hansen, Urshifu in the back. I think that'll be fine for me. You know what? I think I found like a really nice core 4. Maybe two extra Pokemon might be helpful. Maybe on the more physical side, so maybe Rillaboom. That would definitely help out the team, level us out a little bit, and I kind of want to bring back Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao is dope. Chien-Pao is dope. Okay, they opened up with Okitoki and Grimmsnarl, so we do have the fake out pressure kind of from the Grimmsnarl, but nothing else really. We don't really have to worry about outspeeding either, so we'll just go straight into the, let's see, Stomping Tantrum. Stomping Tantrum's really good. We'll go right into the Okidoki, because we're probably gonna get faked out. Hopefully it goes over to the Tornadus instead. They're gonna Terra. It's gonna go B for the Okidoki, and we're gonna change it to Dark. So hopefully, maybe they're hoping that I don't get like the hit on Prankster. Thunderwipe goes right into the Thundurus or the Tornadus, which is totally fine. Stomping Tantrum right into that Okidoki, but because he's Dark type, will not get a one-hit KO. But ooh, knows Ice Punch. Oh, that's good to know. Rough Skin does a little bit of damage, but I did get the crit on that Stomping Tantrum. All right, I gotcha. Bleakwind Storm comes in after that. Does not KO the Okidoki still, even with the crit and the crit and Rough Skin did not give it in time so that Tornadus could knock out that slot. So that's really interesting. I'm not going to switch into that. Let's go ahead and activate Tailwind. And I think I just you know what? Let's pick out the Grimmsnarl. Good thing I did. Brings out the Heatran. It's a good subtle change in. He can't use his Terra for anything else now. So right now he's kind of like a sitting duck for Urshifu that's sitting in the back. So we're just gonna go ahead and Bleakwind Storm. So now, even though that my speed is halved due to Thunder Wave, it's gonna be like normal now, I think. But yeah, we're just gonna Drain Punch right into that slot. Light Screen comes up from the Grimmsnarl. I think you should have done Physical first, but that's, you know, just me. But he did save himself or Grimmsnarl from being knocked out. Here comes Drain Punch. Ooh, goes down to Heatran. So you maybe should have done Reflect first. Heatran would have survived a turn. Oh, they bring out their own Tornadus. Let's go. Now their Tornadus is going to double my speed for sure. So I'm just going to Bleakwind again. And I'm going to, you know what? Wild Charge into the Tornado slot. Because they can activate Tailwind, and they do. That's totally fine. Bleakwind Storm goes off. Knocks out the Grimmsnarl, so he doesn't get to move this turn. And Wild Charge into the Tornado slot. Down goes Tornadus. So now it's just literally my team of 4? No, my team of 3. Garchomp was knocked out in the beginning versus the Okidoki. Oh no. With very little HP left. Oh no. And Drain Punch, let's go. Oh, Ice Punch goes right before Tornadus. Oh, well, maybe. That's really interesting. I mean, he does have Tailwind. My Tailwind didn't wear off, so mine's like basically normal, and his was like heightened. Drain Punch for Okidoki though, so it was a 3-on-1. Now it's a 2-on-1, and now it's a 2-on-nothing. I win. Let's go. 1-1. All right, next match is up. We've got Kommo-o, Rillaboom, Tornadus. We've got Hisuian Arcanine, Sinistcha, and Urshifu. We don't know which one it is, but it is Urshifu. So the Kommo-o is going to be very, very interesting, but I'm going to also need to counter the Rillaboom as well. So I think we're going to start off with Tornadus and Garchomp. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 physical attackers. So I'm really leaning into the Arcanine on this one. Fake Out would be really helpful as long as I don't put him in front of anyone that's going to knock him out right away. We also do put a little pressure on the Sinistcha as well. The only one I don't really do pressure on is Tornadus, but I will now because I'll bring in Iron Hands. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll leave Urshifu in the back, and I'll also leave Sinistcha in the back. Those two being left behind is probably the best options that I could do in this case, and I'm hoping that my choices are well met. So Urshifu and Tornadus, which is the Rapid Strike. I mean, we kind of guessed wrong. Urshifu coming out is probably a little bit more of probably a little bit more sucky. But what we'll do is that we will do Rock Slide instead so that we could do a little bit more damage. We're going to trade Tailwinds. I don't know what the Urshifu is going to do just yet, but no fake out pressure, so we don't have to worry about that. But I will outspeed this Urshifu for sure. Here comes the Rock Slide. It's going to miss the Tornadus, but it's going to hit the Urshifu. Not for very much, but does not prevent the Surging Strikes, which may get the Tornadus down, but that's okay in my end. Hit 3 times. Because now I can bring out Arcanine. Yes, Arcanine is weak against water, but I'm lowering down their attacks, and he's going to swap out of here immediately. I can also leave a burn before he takes off, but I could also tear into water and not have to worry about getting one-shotted by Urshifu. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to Terra, put the Will-O-Wisp onto that slot, and continue on with my Rock Slide assaults. He might swap out of Urshifu. Doesn't look like they're going to. They're going to Terra instead. Is that to the Urshifu? It is not. It's a Tornadus. Terra Steel. Okay. So you let yourself go to be hit with a lot of Fair Blitzes. But I'm also going to Terra. And I'm going to Terra my Arcanine so that he can survive on the field a little bit longer than expected. Here we go. Detect. That's a good call. Rain Dance. That's going to lower fire damage, and it's going to raise Urshifu's attacks. But here comes the Rock Slide. It's not going to do anything to the Urshifu because he's detected. Does barely anything to the Tornadus because he also Terra to Steel. Urshifu outspeeds Arcanine, I think. I'm at 133. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp. That slot, swap Garchomp out for Iron Hand so I can switch the attack. Switching the attack here allows me to hit that Tornadus with Stomping Tantrum, and I can also put a little bit more pressure with my Pokemon here. Barely take any damage from that attack. Here comes Surging Strikes into the Iron Hands. It's not enough to get the KO, I think. He might barely live. Barely lives with 2 HP. And that's a Life Orb. So Will-O-Wisp now comes in. To burn him. And I'm going to go ahead and extreme speed into that slot. Actually, no, he's going to protect. He has to. Put a Flare Blitz into the Tornado slot. And in the event that he does protect, I'm going to hit Tornadus with Fake Out. No detect on that side of the field, so I guessed wrong. He went straight. That guy's got the Covert Cloak. Good on you. Good on you. Citrus Berry is going to activate on the Arcanine, which is going to bring him back up to yellow. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately, to survive. Oh! Yeah, ooh, I mean, yes. Awesome. Special defenses fell. Flare Blitz. So the Tornadus gets him in range to knock him out. I might have knocked myself out as well. And I did. I forgot I had clicked Flare Blitz and not Extreme Speed, so I was like, where's my attack? Like, that's really, really off. Tail ones are gone. And since that is a Life Orb, Urshifu. Oh, here comes the Rillaboom. Grassy Glad's going to come in and do a lot of damage. So with this case, I think it's just best to just Dragon Claw and hope for the best. Fake Out. It's the Garchomp. Rough Skin rocks. Garchomp could not move. Surgeon Strikes. Not enough to KO. Rough Skin hurts it again. Skin. There you go. But that did get him really, really low. Hit 3 times. Due to Life Orb. He's still standing? Bro, Chacho, you've got to be kidding me. But the match is over. This game's done. It's 3-on-1. One's burnt. And he's got Grassy Glide. So I'm just going to hit the Urshifu. Oh, Aqua Jet. Does not get the KO, and you knock yourself out. Here's, yeah, there's that Grassy Glide. No. We foresaw that, right? Like, we didn't have to do anything. Like, there wasn't anything that we could have done, but it is what it is. That early knockout for Tornadus was crucial, in my opinion. But 1 and 2. Next match, we have Iron Hands, Water Ogerpon, Chimpao, Landorus, Heatran, and Amoonguss. Dope. Okay. So let's kind of open us up with Tornadus, Urshifu. I do survive quite a bit with Sinistcha against this team, so we'll bring that guy as well. And yeah, we'll bring in Iron Hands. We'll leave Garchomp and Arcanine in the back, and that is because of the fact that the type matchups for those two against the Pokemon on the other side of the field is not going to be the best that we could ever survive with, but we could get a little bit more damage out of the ones that we have here, which is Iron Hands and Landorus for their side of the field versus Tornadus and Urshifu on mine. So we do have instant Fake Out pressure automatically, but we also do have automatic pressure on Tornadus, who we don't necessarily want to lose right away. But we can do a lot of damage regardless of what we have. But because we do have Fake Out pressure, I'm going to do Tailwind. Swap into Sinistcha in case of that Wild Charge is going to come to here, or if the Fake Out comes over here as well. That way he gets a lost turn, and I don't have to worry about it. But they swap out the Landorus to bring out Ogerpon. I switch out Urshifu to bring out Sinistcha. And it depends on what this Iron Hands does. Does it attack into Tornadoes with Wild Charge. Does it do Fake Out? I did not see Fake Out, so it is a physical attack. And what is that? Is it Wild Charge? Wild Charge right into the Tornadoes and knocks it out because it doesn't really live. It was not calc to live that, but I could make it calc for next season. So that's a good attack for Iron Hands as a whole. But I'll bring in mine. So now we have a cool wave of Pokemon here. I'm going to Fake Out their Iron Hands, and I'm just going to go ahead and do Machagacha and hope for the burns on both sides. With your Iron Hands, bring back out Landorus. Okay. Intimidate goes off, lowering the Iron Hands down one stage, which is totally fine. Spiky Shield on the Ogerpon. Fake Out. There you go. Take that. And Machagacha, which doesn't do anything to the Water Ogerpon, but he's still Grass type, so he's not going to take as much damage. But, oh, and Landorus just avoids the attack. That's even better. I'm so glad that that could happen. Okay. We're going to Drain Punch now into the Ogerpon, and I'm going to go... You know what? Let's set up for the Calm Mind. Kind of regretting that decision for some reason. He hasn't shown that this Landorus is a water type, and I know that he's got... Let's do Strength Sap on the Ogerpon. With your Ogerpon. Sent out the Iron Hand, so he is realistically using the Revolving Door Pokemon. Stompy Tantrum right into the Iron Hands. Does quite a bit of damage. Strength Sap on his Iron Hands, lowering down his attack one stage. Drain Punch as well. Get up with just a little bit more of HP. Swap Iron Hands out for Urshifu. Actually, is that beneficial or not? I don't think it is anymore. I have to. And we'll click Machagacha, hopefully for the burn. I mean, he's kind of got me because I can't really do anything about lowering down their attacks, but I can avoid it as much as possible. Stompy Tantrum does a little bit of damage. Here's Machagacha, hits both sides of the field. Please get the burn. Drain Punch into the Urshifu does not do enough to get the KO. My Tailwind is gone. Aqua Jet into the Landorus. He's probably going to retreat that slot, though. Yes. And we'll continue our current thing. Machagacha on both sides of the field. So if he switches out, he's going to get... Yep, there goes the Landorus. Sent out the Ogerpon. Oh no, I knew this. Oh, come on. Machagacha? It's like, I knew he was... Oh, he's going to swap out. He has to. He has to. And he did. Like, why didn't I just set up with the close combat right into that slot? I don't know. I need to stop second guessing myself. Because that's the second Pokemon I've lost. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And because Sinistcha's been out there since the beginning, almost... I haven't been able to really take advantage of, you know, of hospitality. So it's like I'm losing. All right, so we will Machagacha still, because he's a revolving door Pokemon. Like Landorus into Iron Hands, swaps Ogerpon out for other Pokemon. Spiky Shield goes up, which is something I foresaw. Ogerpon protected himself. Fake out into Landorus. Does a little bit of damage. Machagacha misses Ogerpon. Will hit Landorus though. will get the critical hit and knocks it out. Okay. Okay, I need to start using Calm Mind. I've had more than enough turns to get that up and running, so I'm going to. He's not really focusing on the aspect of, oh, well, you've got this. And because of that, I could take that to my advantage. Terra Water, so I don't get hit with that fire attack that's going to come out from Heatran. I don't think it might knock out, but I'm not sure. He's going to Terra. It's probably going to go to the Heatran. It is Terra Fairy. Yep. So, okay. So I'm going to need to start beefing up a little bit here, but I'm also going to Terra Water, which is terrible to do right in front of a Water Ogre Pond because I'm going to get hit with grass type moves. Like Horn Leech wasn't going to do hardly anything to me, but now it's going to do a lot of damage to me. Ivy Cudgel into the Iron Hand slot. It does not get the KO, but it does get a crit. Heatran is faster than Iron Hands. So that's dope. Iron Hands goes down. All Mind. Attack and defense rose. And I get a little bit of HP due to the leftovers. All right. Too much. Gotcha. I could do Strength Sap, but I don't think Strength Sap is going to help me here. At least not right now. Here comes the Horn Leech. Super effective. Heals up for a lot. Like all of my HP pretty much. Earth Power. No, oh, come on. Even with the +1, you... Ah, man. 1 and 3. Sinistra, man. Like, he's not bulky and special defense, like, at all. That's why I have Calm Mind on his set. He was kind of like a lost cause that game. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I Terra Water. Like, it was over. It was over. Ugh. The matchups for Heatran are interesting for Sinistra. I didn't really calc anything for Heatran. Mine was primarily off of Chien-Pao and Tornadus. That's how I knew. And even Tornadus could knock him out like one shot. But with the Terra, he'd be able to live a little bit longer to do a little bit more stuff. So it's like that back and forth between. All right, next and final match of the day, we've got Indeedee, Armarouge, Ursaluna, Torkoal, Vikavolt, and Iron Hands. So pure Trick Room-esque team. We don't really have to worry about anything else. So what we have to do is try to work around it. We're going to bring in Tornadus and Urshifu because I don't have Crunch anymore. And Indeedee is going to turn off all priority. So we do have to keep that in mind. Fire types. Fire types is really going to take down Sinistra if I bring him in. I kind of want to, though. Garchomp has to be in to avoid all of Vikavolt's things. Urshifu has to come in to deal with Armarouge and Torkoal. More importantly, what's his face? Ursaluna. Yeah, we're just gonna go in with our core four. Arcanine and Sinistra can sit at home. For some reason in my mind, it's like, hey, bring in Sinistra. This would be a good matchup. I'm thinking, but which one? For who? It would be great to use against, Ursaluna and Iron Hands, but we have Vikavolt, Torkoal, and Armarouge, who is on the field right now, to deal with before we even get close to where we're supposed to be. So Second Surge hits the field. The field got weird, so no more priority moves can be used, and the Second Seed was also applied. So yeah, special defenses go up by 1 stage for that. Now, because I am a prankster, I can't use priority moves, so we're just going to go ahead and open up with the Bleak Wind Storm, and I'm going to U-turn right off the bat on the Indeedee. It uses Follow Me, which is totally fine. It was going to be the target of my aggression anyway. Bleak Wind Storm misses the Indeedee, and it's going to miss the Armarouge. That's dope. But U-turn won't. That would have gotten the KO if it would have hit. That means Armarouge was setting up for the Trick Room, which is totally fine. Iron Hands comes out. Doop. This expanding force is going to be really, really hard to deal with. Okay, so we're going to deal with that. I'm going to Terra. And I'm going to Wild Charge. I mean, I don't think it really matters which one I go into. I think maybe Entity first. Because it could use Follow Me here, but I'm expecting a Helping Hands. I'm going to Terra Electric my Iron Hands so I don't get affected by Psychic moves because I'm part fighting. So Expanding Force would have done a lot of damage to me here. Follow Me. Yep. Figured that was going to happen. Wild Charge comes up. This is going to do a lot of damage. Boop. Unity gets taken out. Little damage from the recoil. Expanding Force. Tornadoes goes down. He wasn't able to get anything done, but that's the demon of the beast, unfortunately. Ursaluna comes out now. So Ursaluna is a little bit of a problem. We could get set up with an Aqua Jet into that slot. Yeah, let's do that. Aqua Jet into Ursaluna, and I'm gonna Drain Punch. I'm gonna Drain Punch into that slot too. They're gonna Terra. It's gonna be the Ursaluna to turn it into water. Or no, it's gonna be the Armarouge, which goes to grass. Thinking that I would hit that slot with everything that I have, and reverse it or something like that. I don't know. Aqua Jet goes right into the Ursaluna. Protected by the Psychic Field. I forgot. Okay. And Earthquake does a lot of damage to the Iron Hands. Doesn't do anything. Yep. We're gonna be in 1-4 today. Because here comes Expanding Force, and Urshifu is gonna get hit a lot. Yep. Yep. That's the one thing that I forgot a lot. A lot, guys. Terrain. You don't want to deal with terrain? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And I did not do any of that. So we're out of here. How long is... Oh, 2 more turns? Yeah, no, we're done. We're 1-4. We're out. That's a victory. That's a 1-3, and they've got Trick Room, and they've got 2 of the slowest people on the field. Yeah, no, we're out. Especially with that Ursaluna. Oh yeah, I have guts. And like, oh yeah, nope. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with today's video. We end our ranking at 19,074. Out of 95 battles, we've won 48 of them, and we've lost 47 of them, which is unfortunate. With high hopes, I thought that we'd be able to continue our win-loss record of being maybe 3 2s or maybe 4 1s, but we ended the opposite. We went 1-4. Obviously, there was a couple of misplays that I had done, and I brought in Pokemon that I should not have, but I also now see that where my problems lie. Even though that I do have someone to swap out for the revolving door of Pokemon, and I've said it before, like Arcanine, the Hisuian version, does have a place in the team, but it's not for that particular reason. Obviously, I should have respected him a long time ago, but I didn't, thinking that I could maybe play him better. And that's honestly what I thought. Maybe I just played him terribly, so he didn't do as well, because if you looked on stream, anyone else that was able to pilot him a little bit better got a little bit more results out of it, and I was unfortunately not able to do that. So it sucks to know that, but at the same time, I can't do anything about it because obviously I didn't change him. By the end of this video, though, I will have made the changes to him, so you won't see him as that. And when I get home from work tonight, I'll be speccing him out to something a little bit different. As for Sinistcha, Sinistcha is one of those other Pokemon that I have gotten quite a bit of discussions out of. I have mine currently at 252 HP and defense to survive the physical attackers that do periodically show up on stream. And for what it's worth, Sinistcha has done quite a bit of work in the past, but is that what is doing now? I don't think he's going to be able to survive very much longer, since everyone's using Heatran, Ogerpon that can use both water and grass attacks, or fire and grass, or rock and grass, and whatever is in between. If I have to Terra Sinistra, it kind of spells the doom and gloom of that Pokemon. But I'll relook at his stuff, do some more calcs tonight, and we'll see what happens if I were to change him. How could he survive a little bit more? I know that we've only got one more video before the series is technically over. I'm not 100% sure that he's going to be in season 12. I know one thing's for sure. I will be doing all the Pokemon on this team, and I'll be redoing all the Pokemon, resetting all their stuff, and then going back and see what I could do to make the team just a little bit better. Because even though on stream we did see a couple of bulkier Urshifus and not so much on focusing on attacks, it did let me figure a couple of things out, and I'm hoping to highlight some of those and maybe later on season. Now, the biggest announcement that I have before we wrap up everything for today is I just want you guys to know that I will be competing in the January Portland, Oregon regional. And so I'm going to start taking the rest of the time, so all of November, December, to get ready for this regional, which means the team that you're about to see on the next maybe 1 or 2 seasons are probably going to be the team that I use for the regional. I do not know if that's going to be set in stone, but I at least want to let you guys know that. So the team that you're about to see may or may not be used for the regional team. And if it's going to be used for the regional team, I will be using this team for the next couple of months. I'll let you guys know about this again tomorrow, but if you got to this point, comment down below and just let me know, like, just want you to be fully aware that I will be using this team for the Portland regional if it continues to be the same team, because I need to be able to hash out every single detail of these Pokemon and see what I could survive, and try to assume or predict what people are going to bring so that I can create powerful matchups to those and see if I can get further than I did last year, which I only made it to day 1. So I didn't get it to day 2, but I do want to hit day 2. And if I win the entire thing, that's dope. I'm going to be so ecstatic. But my plan is to hit day 2. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching once again. And if you guys liked the video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. Leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. It's the best way that I can get in contact with you and converse with you. And if you guys don't want to join the Discord, that's the best way to do it. I do have a Discord. It's up and running. It's in the description down below. You can click it and I'll send you an invite. It doesn't expire, so come on in. I only have one person in there so far, and that's totally fine. It's going to be like a new thing, but if you guys want to talk to me, that's the way you could do it. And subscribe if you're a brand new viewer or you just like viewing the comment or the content in general. And you can help prove my uncle right by clicking the notification bell on the right and hit all, and it'll let you know when I release new Pokemon videos. Part of the reason why I didn't release one is because I'm trying to get my production book all together, and it's still a mess, but I want to try to create a master task box using Notion, which is supposed to make everything kind of automated. It's not automated, but automated enough to where if I put in something in the calendar, everything else will update and I can move stuff around, change the dates and stuff, and it's become a real chore to do this all from scratch. For everything else, we're fantastic. I'm glad that we're here. I just want to thank you guys again for watching. If you made it to the end, awesome. If not, I hope you've enjoyed the show. So that's it. That's all I've got. I know that I just rambled for a lot longer than I should have, but hope you guys like the announcements. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.